Hello, dear viewers. Have you ever seen a king riding the upside-down dead horse? It's a story behind the Prague's most controversial and weird statue. Let me tell you about one of Prague's quirkiest secrets, the king on the upside-down dead horse. What do Ella Fitzgerald and Louis Armstrong and concrete have in common? I'm Olga, your cheerful guide from resilient Ukraine. The war has turned me into the refugee in this magical city of Prague, and every setback has its silver lining. On my channel, we're exploring the enchanting sights of this magical city and Europe. Subscribe, and I will tell you the secrets of this magnificent Lucerna Palace. When you are wandering in the busy Wenceslas Square and when you are tired of the buzz of the city in your ears, you can dive into the world of the marble columns, jazz and golden chandeliers in the secret location that I am going to show you today. Welcome to Lucerna Palace. It was the first concrete building in Prague, and it was built in early 1900s by the engineer Václav Havel, the grandfather of that Václav Havel, the future president and velvet revolutionary. Clearly, the greatness lives in that family. Lucerna Palace is the entire universe, a cinema, a concert hall, a glamorous arcade. This place was Prague's version of the cultural spaceship. In 1920s, the Great Hall of Lucerna Palace was the biggest of all in Czechoslovakia. That's where Ella Fitzgerald, Louis Armstrong, and even the opera singer Fyodor Shaliapin were performing.
My business, humming a song. I'm happy by myself, not a care in the world. This is a life, just me, myself, and I am watching the clouds up in the sky, all but laughing out loud. I'm telling you why I'm living the life.
This place in Prague is super easy to overlook, but it's totally worth hunting. It's full old Art Nouveau splendor, marble, crystal chandeliers and flower motifs. You will feel like walking inside the elegant old novel, so let's walk and explore it. By the way, this is Václav Havel, the grandfather of Václav Havel that I was telling you about, and he's like inviting us to explore this incredible splendor. We can read the plaque. This building belonged to the family, but during the communist era it was nationalized, but then it got back to the family of Havels, and later they sold it. Let's go and I will show you this incredible palace that was extremely popular at the beginning of the 20th century. There is even the scent of the history. It's still flying in the air. Prague is full of these passageways where you can find the shops, the places to eat, and they're worth exploring because you might find a gem like this. Inside Lucerna Palace, you will find the sculpture that is not a typical tourist attraction. Picture the national hero, Saint Wenceslas, riding the upside-down dead horse. The dead horse is hanging by its legs from the ceiling, and Saint Wenceslas is chilling on its belly. When the locals say meet at the horse, they usually mean this grand statue of Saint Wenceslas close to the National Museum. It's about 400 meters away from that twisted, modern and unusual twin that was created by David Černý in Lucerna Palace. Tourists absolutely adore this sculpture. They even tried to snag the horse's tongue as a souvenir. The tongue is hanging about 2.53 meters off the ground, and it's a good luck if you can jump and steal the tongue, but don't do that. I'm not advertising. But you can notice that the color of the tongue is a little bit different from the color of the statue. There is the staircase that is leading to one of the oldest Prague cinemas. It's amazing that the cinema is about 100 years old and it's still operating. You might think that this upside-down horse is just the funny sight, but it's a parody of the revered statue of King Wenceslas in Wenceslas Square. You can imagine the outrage when this parody first appeared. Locals were not amused. Some were criticizing it. And then they moved the statue to this current, a little bit hidden location on Lucerna Palace. The whole scene is hilariously provocative. The horse's tongue is hanging out pathetically, and it gets stolen so often that it's practically became a local sport to steal it and then people replace it. But what is the meaning behind that? Some people are saying that there are so many statues around Prague that it's just the mockery on the abundance of that different kind of historical statues. But others, critics, are unfolding to us the secret that it's actually about the history of the struggle for the democracy. And here is the hidden meaning of this statue. Saint Wenceslas represents ideals, values, spiritual nobility, and the horse represents society. It's upside down, lifeless, not very active, but we don't know exactly what David Černý meant behind his creation. So there are different versions of this incredible piece of art. But still he's riding it, and he's trying to stay noble on the horse, but it's a very absurd statue. Do you agree? Lucerna Palace is the Art Nouveau wonder with the stained glass ceilings, and the surrounding looks like it could barely hold up a feather. But this massive statue looks very heavy with the horse, with the king, and it's a trick because actually the whole thing is made of a light foam, not a bronze. So it's so light, and it's even hanging on the rope. You can come close and notice that. David Černý's masterpiece is a weirdly fitting tribute to the Czech spirit. It's a mix of dark humor, resilience, and a tendency for the unexpected. Next time when you are in Prague, don't just stick to the main sights. Come to Lucerna Passage and appreciate the absurdity and the brilliance of the upside-down horse. It's not just the place to visit, it's a place to feel, because every inch is whispering about the stories of music, of struggle, of beauty, built in stone and sound. Join my YouTube channel for inspiring travels, hidden legends, and unforgettable places in Europe.
Humming on my favorite ditty, swinging like Natalie Cole.